G'day guys, thought I'd just do a short spiel on what's happening with our solar and our off-grid situation given the conditions that we've got going on here at Yeppoon over Easter. So 300 amps of lithium batteries and we've got 680 watts of solar panels on top of the roof. So if everything was going well and we had perfect conditions, sunny conditions on those panels, 680 watts, we should be getting around roughly around 55 amps an hour back into the battery, but that's optimum conditions. Now, just to give you an example, on the first night that we got here, we used 25% of our battery power, so that was about 75 amps that we'd used from about 5 p.m. when it was 100%, woke up the next morning on Friday and it was at 75%. So that's running the fridge, which is about 3 amps, the TV is using about 3 amps, there's lights, computers being charged, some camera gear being charged, phones being charged. So we drained about 70 amps or so over the course of that 14-hour period. On Good Friday we had sun, boom, no problem at all. The solar panels generated the 30 amps an hour, which is the maximum that our projector system can do, which is 30 amps each hour. So went straight back up to 100% within a couple of hours, which was great. But then we've had the overcast conditions. What's been interesting, especially yesterday, overcast and even a bit of rain, we're still getting 12-15 amps, sometimes even 20 amps with no full sun. And I'd noticed that if it was somewhat dull, if it got a little bit brighter, boom, the amps would start to climb up. And then vice versa, if it got a little darker and then it rained, well, then the amp would go down. Today was probably our main concern because we woke up this morning and we had, I think, 55 or 56% of battery left, which is, you know, about 150 amps, and predicted for rain and more cloudy conditions today. So we're kind of desperate for every little bit of extra amperage we can get back into our battery. So what I've done, we've got the 680 working away and it's pulling in about 10 at the moment. And then I've gone out and thrown out my 200 watt solar blanket, and I've got that running into an Anderson plug just on the off side of the van there, which is going direct into the battery, and that's actually giving me about another 2.5 amps on top of the 10 or so that's going through the solar on the roof. So we're stealing as much sunlight as we can to get ourselves back up. So we have gone from about 56, 57, 58 I think it was this morning to about 78. So we've got 20% back in today on an overcast, cloudy and raining day. Well, it hasn't been raining all day. So that's about 20% of 300, I think it's about 60 amps we've got back. So that's pretty good. So we're pretty happy about that. So pretty happy about how that's all working for us. So it's a bit windy out here, but that's the solar blanket, the 200 amp. And then got that running just direct into the battery. There's an auxiliary Anderson plug down here. And then I've got the PWM solar charger or regulator. As you can see there, it's doing 2.1 amps. Now this 200 amp solar blanket on perfect condition should get you about 16, probably less, it depends on what you read and who you talk to, but about 16, probably 14. I'm not, it's about that anyway. Now the sun is now, that sun has actually now just poked through, so I'm going to see if this is going up. 2.4. So just gone to 2.5, 2.6, 2.7. So as you can see there, it is climbing. 2.9, 3 amps. So 3.3 amps. Why? That sun's coming out. So might just swing around and we'll have a look inside the van. Okay, so I've just swung in here in the van and I'll give you guys a bit of a look at the projector system here. And as I said, that sun just started to spike. but as quickly as it come out, it's actually now gone cloudy again. So I'll just swing this around. So that's the number we're keeping an eye on, the one with the little sun down there, 11 amps. And at the moment we're drawing nothing where that 0 is, and that is our battery charge there, which is 74%. These are all our water tanks, which are all full, but that's what we've been keeping an eye on today, is that what we've got coming in through the solar, and obviously keeping an eye on what's happening in terms of what we're using here. At the moment it's 0. The fridge is on, fridge is always on, but when the compressor is turned off, the fridge isn't drawing anything, and we've got the whole van turned off, so we've got no power in the van whatsoever to try and conserve those amps. So anyway, that's what's happening with our solar, and everything's working pretty good. See you later.